Focus, stress, mental overload, all of those are really hot topics. And we know there are wearable devices that measure things like sleep and activity, but now there's a wearable device that has clinical science behind it to improve focus and cognitive health. We've got Mark Fox here. He is the founder and CEO, NASA engineer, now the owner of a company called Resona Health. Mark, it's great to chat with you. This is fascinating breakthrough invention, really, that you guys now have on the market.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, it's and where it's called Blue Vibe, and where it basically comes from was MIT research from about 10 years ago that they accidentally found out that you could reverse plaque in the brain with 40 hertz stimulation of light. They actually used like a Home Depot light. It was just a cord light that they used, and it was a bystander accident of one of the studies they were trying to do. So that, and we use PEMF, which is magnetic fields. Sounds real fancy, but it's the Earth's heartbeat. Okay, it's just magnetic fields, and energy can be transferred to the body with electrical current, like a TENS unit, light, vibration, or sound, or magnetic fields. And I chose magnetic fields because they're easier. MIT also found out if you couple it with sound, it works twice as well. Instead of sound, because I don't want people to listen to 40 hertz, we just ended up using light, which is just as effective, or actually more effective. And so you just simply wear it like this on the back of your neck or on the inside of your wrist, which is where the meridians are that transfer the energy.
Okay, this is incredibly exciting. You tapped into this. You've got some 30 years behind being intellectually curious about fixing this, and it all started with your dog?
It all started with my dog. Yeah, I never planned to ever get into energy therapy. My dog 30 years ago couldn't come up the stairs. She was crying, and so we flipped a coin to see who didn't go to work that day, and they x-rayed her, and she had severe arthritis in her spine. And they're like, well, you can take Rimadyl. There's not a lot we can do. But a friend of mine who's a very forward-thinking veterinarian in Houston said, hey, there's this magic machine that can reverse arthritis. And I'm like, with energy and frequencies. I'm like, that's not true. But it's my dog, so I'm going to look into it anyway. So that took me down that 30-year rabbit hole of learning about these technologies. I saw the first time reason I invented the Vibe, the first product, was I could see what it did for PTSD, and it's criminal that it was being held hostage in clinical environments with $15,000 machines. So I'm like, naively, I'm going to go invent something that's affordable that you put in your pocket. Well, it wasn't as easy as I thought, but that's how we ended up with the first product, the Vibe. And we have a 98% success rate with PTSD, which is still phenomenal.
So I want to be clear on the Blue Vibe, because you do have a whole series of products, and you do have pet products, I was noticing as well, still committed to the animals. The Blue Vibe is your newest, and it's a wearable, and people who are interested in trying it, what are sort of the things that would benefit someone who would try it?
Yeah, it's going to be, so the study that we ran was people wearing it a minimum 3 to 4 times a week for an hour. So I designed it to be so easy, it doesn't have an off button. It just has an on button, and it runs for an hour and then turns off. So you just wear it 3 to 4 times a week. You can wear it every day if you want to. And so we just did a pre and post study with a thing called Promise, a survey. It's very well known in the National Institute of Health world. And this is crazy, and I still don't believe it, is we had 100% success rate. And it's weird because each time the data came in, I was afraid to almost look, because I don't want it to be less than 100 anymore. And then when the study ended up at the end, it was still 100. And so, and the statistical significance of it is, in the medical world, a P factor of 0.05, which means there's less than a 5% chance the results were due to chance. Our P factor is 0.00001. So it's 1 in 2 to 3 million chance that it was due to chance. So it's super exciting because it's not invasive. You don't feel it. People, they feel the results, but most people forget they're wearing it after about 5 minutes because it's just sitting on your neck. It doesn't weigh much. It's a couple ounces.
To learn more, find out about all the products, Resona Health, go to resonahealth.com, resonahealth.com. Mark Fox, thank you so much. This is Today in Nashville.